from the curves. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs. 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 Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs. Stuff from the cuffs.
What's up? Wagwan. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? What? What is it? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? Bien, gracias. Siéntense, por favor. That's all I really remember from Spanish was what the teacher told us to do in class. Siéntense, por favor. Wagwan Cufflinks fam, how you doing?
Siéntense.
Siéntense, por
Run.
favor. Sit.
I know so.
I go.
No.
Siéntense.
Come, may I try.
Siete. Yes,
figure-
siéntense, por favor.
No.
What is it?
Siéntate. May I try figure out.
No, siéntense,
Google
por
it.
favor.
Google it. Siéntate.
Google it for me, Renee.
Siéntate.
Sien.
Me can tell you.
Well, I-
5-0, St. Jacob.
Siéntate, por favor.
When we get rough up.
Siéntense. Well,
Siéntate.
it's siéntense. I remember. That
You
was
see-
very
you
long
see me come and I
ago.
try to show people. I
wasn't trying to show you
If you
up.
know Spanish, siéntate. Let's
Is
see.
siéntate or siéntense?
Let's see.
Siéntate.
So, none of them siéntense.
I was listening to it and I said, she had no word. But then when she said, when the teacher told her to sit down.
Siéntense means sit down as well.
Yes, man. Yes,
never heard that
man.
one day.
You see, or you want to come and yes, you see, that is what must happen to you.
Siéntense.
That is what must happen to you.
Well, one at high school and one at university.
So 5 day university.
No, 5-0 people will remember.
Brian, it's alright. I'll leave you be. You come
Write
here
in the
for
comments. Write in the comments if you know siéntate or siéntense.
and write if both are correct because I knew siéntense por favor. And Brian just want to just shame me a while ago and say I didn't know what I was saying. But it wouldn't be my fault. It would be the Spanish teacher's fault because it's what she taught me.
Otra vez?
Okay, let's continue. Big ups, guys. Big ups. Big
Tenants
ups.
in the building.
You done know.
Cufflinks in the building. No
Big ups.
squatting. Residents.
Big ups, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another edition of Stuff from the Cuffs where we give you fire. We give you fun.
Inspiration.
We're real.
And we have some education.
You don't know. That's what we're all about inside Stuff from the Cuffs.
Guys, when you see me look slimmer, that's all me look on, you know. Slimmer. Diet at work.
Yeah.
Diet is working.
Yes, he has been on a diet and I think it's been working.
Too much.
So he says he has lost some weight. So we'll see. He has broken it.
Broken. Oh.
The diet.
It's not dying yet, but we'll see.
We'll see. So guys, welcome back to another video. To all our new subscribers, welcome. We're so happy to have you as part of the Cufflinks family.
But if
We're
you're
loving
watching
you.
and you don't subscribe yet,
Right, so if you have not yet subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and you turn your post notifications on. We'll be more than happy, as we always say, to have you as part of the Cufflinks family. So, from you see the title of this video, you know what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about living together for the first time. So we have a story time for you today, right? So living together for the first time. So, you want to start? You nervous? So the first time we lived together.
Escuchen.
Yes, you're listening. Okay. Or you're telling me to listen. Whatever. The first time we lived together was the day that we came back from the honeymoon. So for those of you who are new to the channel, you need to catch up on, everything that happened before the honeymoon, leading up, the whole works. So we lived together. We came home from the honeymoon. I think it was the Saturday. And that was the very first time we were living together in a house. Apart from the honeymoon, we were staying together, of course. But living together now, reality. Yes, our space. This was now our home. This was now the space that we would share. And we had planned to have children and share that space and the whole works. So we're going to talk about different things that took place during those first months together. So leading up to, so Brian moved in first. He moved in first and he did his best to prepare the marital home and to fix things up.
I was making the house
livable until I came and made it a home.
Right? So for me, you know, I was focused on the physical aspects. Example, outside, making sure that the yard is cut, making sure that the garden is watered, making sure that, you know, it's painted, making sure that all of the amenities were working. So the pipes, the water, the light, changing out the bulbs, putting in a no, I don't think we put in the fire detector until the baby came. Yeah. What else? Just making, I put up some curtains. We actually did some shopping together. So like getting the dish drainers and some other utensils that we'll need, etc. So we did some shopping together. But for me, it was really, I guess, laying the foundation so that when she comes in, she makes it, you know, more hospitable, more homely. So I think that was pretty much what I did, you know, in preparation. You know, I wanted to live on my own first. You know, I wanted to experience single life in its fullest. So I decided I would have moved in a couple months before we actually moved in. So I think I lived on my own for like 3 months. And pay a bill for my own. I was so excited, guys. Pay my own bill. Pay my own, go JPS. Get a name on bill. Pay rent. Into dialogue with tenant and landlord. Write my name on contract. I was excited. Get TV, get cable, get internet. I was like, yes. And I'm able to stand on my own for at least some time before taking on to myself a wife. You know, so it was a time of excitement, anticipation and nerves too, because you wanted to put it at such a level that, you know, when she comes in, she will feel like, you know, you did something. So I did try, make sure the lines were set up around the back for clothes, make sure that the place for the washing machine was set up. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, the basic things were there.
I think for Brian, what he was most worried about was it not being up to par or it not being to my liking or my standard. But, you know, I explained to him that this is new for both of us. So it's not about my expectations, but really what we're going to make the home into. So in preparation for moving in, there were some things that we did. As Brian said, he fixed up the home and it was well kept. Y'all know how Brian is, well kept. I was more focused on like bedding and curtains and utensils and things that would be in the kitchen, pots and pans and, you know, everything that has to do with decorating the home. I was very focused on that. Having the living room coordinate with the bedroom, with the bathroom. I did a lot of shopping.
I just needed a bedroom and a bathroom.
One specific place got a lot of my money because, you know, I just wanted to ensure that it looks like a home. It looks like our home. And I did my best to not make things too girly in terms of the colors and stuff because I didn't want Brian to feel awkward. And we shopped together as well for some things, especially furniture. We shopped together for the stove. We picked out the stove that we wanted, right? The stove, the table. We picked it out online and then I went overseas and got it, right? Stove, all the furniture in terms of our couch, whatever we had a couch, first of all. We had? Or it was 2 single ones until we got the big couch. Right.
And the single ones were inherited.
Yes, the single ones were inherited. And we picked out our fridge together. It was so exciting, guys. Like, oh my God, I'm not going to live with man. Hey. So excited. excited. Just thinking about it, I am excited. Oh my God. And we picked out the machine. And I tell you guys, God was so good, because if you know our story, we never really have no whole heap of money back then.
We never have no heap of money back then, and we have no heap of money now either, so no bother with it.
No, that's not what I mean.
At them, may I tell?
Oh, no, man. Back then...
Somebody I said, no, have it now.
No. Aha, Lord Jesus. So we claim it in Jesus' name, amen. So there was somebody who was, and this is why it's good to shop around and, find out from people what's happening. There was somebody who was migrating, right? And they were selling out their stuff cheap, cheap, cheap. And we got a lot of things in the house that we had in our first home. We got a lot of things that we needed at very affordable prices. So that's one of the things that we did in preparation for living together. Shopping for the home. Brian making sure that everything was together. He kept the house very organized. Very, very organized. I went and saw a very organized house. And
Come pull it up.
yeah, that's not true. I never come pull it up. I'm not as organized as Brian. I'm not messy, but Brian is like to the T, and we'll get to some of the things that we had to adjust to while living together. What were you most surprised about when we lived together? What surprised you most about me? Don't know. What?
I don't know. I guess everything, because I didn't know anything like in terms of living with you. So I don't know. I wasn't surprised about anything.
Never surprised? Never feel uncomfortable about anything?
Yeah, I was uncomfortable. Yes, surprised.
All right. What were you uncomfortable about when we just started living together?
They always say, see me and live with me is two different things. And, I think a lot of the expectations were preconceived notions of what it might be like, So you wonder if, morning rise or late, what it's going to be like, the dynamics, because I would have known that you were the evening person, I was the morning person. What the routines would be like, what cooking would be like, what everything. It was pretty much a blank slate, and I don't know. I guess I just wanted to see how each day would unfold. I think I on the other hand, I wanted to make sure that I don't run your way. I don't cause you to run away from the house. Yeah. So I think I didn't want to be too forceful with some of my tendencies, like keeping the guys, like I was cultured in a way where the toothpaste, like even now, you can't squeeze toothpaste. I have to neatly roll it from the bottom. Yeah, the tissue, yeah, you can't just put it, those little things, yeah. So I was, I guess, not trying to be forceful, but I'd be like, all right, babe, the toothpaste. I mean, I don't even recall even saying it for the first year or nothing like that.
You've never said it.
Yeah, you see? Yeah. I just do it. So every time I see it in my head, I'm like, oh. But
yeah,
like even Bria and Bella, as soon as Bria brush her teeth, I'm going in the bathroom, I just fix by the toothpaste. So I guess for me, I didn't want to be too forceful with my ways or my, I don't know if it's idiosyncrasies, but my little tendencies. So I probably just did a lot of readjusting after you finish. Yeah, spreading the bed before you go in the bed,
Like,
as soon
I don't
as they
know
come
why
out of the bed,
people
you
do
spread it
that.
back up.
Yeah, I understand that, but like if we're going to sleep, he has to spread the bed before, straighten it up before we go into bed. I just allowed him to do it because it was neither here nor there for me. But one of the things that I had to adjust to the most was, going to marriage in my head. I'm going to do my wifely duties. I'm going to get up in the morning and make breakfast and all of that. That was one of the things that I was looking forward to doing a lot.
And pause. For those who are out there saying 2021, yada yada, women don't need to cook.
Yeah, but that's what I wanted
exactly.
to do.
We're not saying that you have to. Okay.
No, I'm just saying what I wanted to do. Right. And then because Brian wakes up so early in the mornings, I realized that from the get-go, from we got home, Brian always woke up before me and made breakfast. The first few times he did it, I was like, all right, appreciative. I was very appreciative. But then in my head, I was trying to devise a plan. All right, I'm going to have to wake up 4 o'clock in order to beat him to it. And that wasn't happening. So
I remember the day she complained and
automatically,
said, "You're not allowing me to do my wifely duties."
it was something I was looking forward to doing, guys. And so when I realized that he enjoyed making breakfast in the morning, so that when I got up, I could have breakfast, and I realized that he enjoyed that, I just allowed him. So I would do all the other cookings mostly. And I call him king of breakfast. He always cooked breakfast. So that was a pleasant surprise and a pleasant change in what I thought would be the case. So yeah, living together for the first time, you waking up every morning and making breakfast was a pleasant surprise.
I think to backtrack in the lead up, in the preparation, I was thinking about what else I would have done. And of course, being a man, make sure you do your push up them. Make sure so, you're able to physically manage. I think one of the things for me is also, I've said it before, I wasn't the Mr. Fix It, as some of us would say, in terms of fixing the plumbing, the everything, yeah, the handyman type of man. And it did concern me that, what am I going to do if the water starts dripping? When you're cultured, it's a heaven of a thing, yeah, because you believe that everything that goes wrong in the house, as the man, you should be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And I knew I wasn't able to, but that was the cultural upbringing I had, that you should be, but I wasn't able to. I remember getting my first toolkit. That was big on the agenda for me.
He was so proud of it.
I got it from a pixie. Peter Gay was my pixie. And, I know that I was leading up to getting married. And that year, they asked, what do you want from a pixie? And I said, a toolkit. And I remember I was so excited to get that toolkit and to build it out and, just to have a hammer, a pliers, a screwdriver.
My man, I use them all when no need for do. You see him take out things out of toolkit.
I was so excited to use my toolkit. Yeah, if I could have gotten the belt, I would have walked around the house with my toolkit belt on. But, trying to be the man was one of my preparations, physically and, I guess, handyman-wise. So I want to make sure you're able to lift you up if you need to rush out of the house or nothing. Want it to be able to walk around the house looking appealing and all of that, So they were little preparations, and I guess from a male perspective, trying to identify where is your man cave if you need to go, so to speak. Not a man cave, but what you would do if you need your man time, so to speak. And I gave her the spare room. I made sure that the sewing machine was set up in there, made sure that she could have gone in and do her blush skirts at the time, so many different things. But I just thought that, all right, make it more about her and I'll be happy.
And one of the things that I admired, I don't know if Brian remembers, but one of the things that I admired the most, I know he used to say, boy, I'm not the handiest of men and I don't know how to do a lot of things. But if he did not know, best believe he's going to Google it or YouTube it and he's going to figure it out. He's going to figure it out.
Or figure out the number for the person who will come figure it out.
Or something of the sort. So, I was very appreciative of the fact that he wanted, yes.
When I set up something or I actually followed a manual and I did it for the first time and I feel good, excitement and great excitement in the house. Baby, I did it. Whoa, look at that. And being mature, just be like, I got this. But inside the head is like, wow.
Yeah, and it's very important.
Even now.
Yeah.
Remember setting up the crib.
Oh gosh. So proud. Yes, so proud. Wives out there and husbands too. When you probably move in with your partner or you start living together for the first time, just keep in mind that they may not know everything. Nobody knows everything. Let's just put it at that. Nobody knows everything.
And it's
But
good to
you
put your
figure it out
expectations
together.
out there and then put your realities. So if you expect the person to be this sort of handyman and you know you're not, so you put out your expectation and you say, my reality is, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, yeah. One of the things now was mentally being prepared too. You watch TV, you hear people talk, you want to make sure that you wake up in the mornings for the first time or for the first couple of times. You still, when you sleep alone and the lily water run down the mouth and the matter in the eye and the morning breath, you want to get rid of some of that. So I think if I'm not mistaken, I would have, when I got up, I would have made sure straight to the bathroom, making sure
Brush
that
teeth and
yes,
wash face.
I am, and it's not that you're trying to be fake, but you're trying to still keep your best foot forward. And you're not, when you let somebody in your space, your innermost sanctuary, your personal space, you're sitting on the toilet and this person just pull the door and come in. And you'll be like, what?
And I'm like, what? So what? And sleeping together in the same bed was also something that took a bit of adjustment.
Who takes the sheet? Who hugs the sheet? Who hugs the sheet?
A bit of adjustment.
Who doesn't care
for
about
me.
you if you're not under the sheet? Who hugs the sheet?
So yeah, stress hug the sheet, so.
Just saying.
Listen, because I've never slept with anybody in the same bed other than my brothers.
Who
right?
wants the fan on them while you're cold already, but then you go under the sheet, which I just want the fan on the wall away.
And Brian, I think for me, I sleep on one particular side of the bed. And I stay there. I stay on that side of the bed. I mean, even all when the mattress sink in on that side, when you just stay in one position on that side, I just stay on that side of the bed. And that's how I like it, right? But sleeping in the same bed with somebody and in the middle of the night, them just up on you. I was like...
Oh, no,
oh my God.
You tried to say it before
I
I
was
said it.
like, oh my God.
If I am
Oh
not
my
mistaken,
God.
the first person to any release or in front of anybody else, it was you. I was so I remember the first time I saw my father release wind, right? We were all watching something and my father got up and went around a corner and I was going somewhere and I see that is what he was doing. In all my years, I've never heard my father flatulate. Right? So
I have no shame in that.
Oh, tell them.
No, I have no shame in that, but I was very surprised and shocked that you did those things.
When
I
it
did
got
not.
away. It got away.
You were sleeping, babe. How were you gonna know?
Yeah, so you
I
get
did,
to get
guys,
away.
I did not know Brian did those
Control
things.
myself.
I did not know, because when he's awake, you don't hear or see or smell or anything.
Catch me now.
But
this is the new time, guys. When it's
Listen.
just starting up.
as time goes by, you don't business. And so
You realize you're human, and it happens.
and that took a bit of adjustment for me.
Fought killed me really.
To be sleeping in the same bed and to have somebody pulling the sheet from you and you're trying to just figure that all out. But all in all, it was a good experience. But one thing we want to point out though, a lot of times we have these expectations going into marriage and going into living together. And sometimes we just have to take the time to work through the little knots that may be there. Take a time to pull them out, take a time to roll them out.
As they talk about nuts, guys, as them drop in my head. We have the dresser, and we have my stuff, and we have her stuff.
Thank you, Bath and Body.
and her
And
stuff.
Victoria's Secret.
I will put down my deodorant, my lotion,
3 or 4
my
things.
cologne, my brush, and my comb.
That's just
and
how we
my
are.
Boss. Hair products, foot products, hand products.
You don't want me
face
moisturized.
products, chin products.
You don't want me moisturized.
Every product. No, sir.
Guys, listen. It's a
Curling
woman
pin,
thing.
curling pin, bathroom curling pin, living room
It's a
curling
woman
pin,
thing.
scrunchie. No, sir.
You extra, sir.
Well, I'm just remembering.
Guys, it's a woman thing. Right, ladies?
And
It's a woman thing.
and the bathroom cabinet, hers. You put your one razor you shave with.
It's a
put
woman
your shaving
thing.
cream. She, everything else.
It's a woman thing. Back to what I was saying before Brian interrupted me about my 1,000,001 things that was on the dresser.
I just remember.
Right?
Prepare for that, guys.
We had to work through some little things that we found out that were kind of getting in the way in terms of how we got along. And one scenario stands out in terms of how we were able to adjust how we did things in order to make life peaceable and more comfortable for both of us. And it's our famous catch-up story.
Yeah, so I don't remember how it started, but Bass was in the kitchen. And I was either in the room or in the living room watching TV or doing something. And I heard, babe, where's the ketchup? I said, babe, in the cupboard. I hear cupboards opening, closing. Babe, where's the ketchup? I said, in the cupboard. Babe, I don't see it in the cupboard. So I'm like, it's in the cupboard. Look in the cupboard. Getting annoyed now. She's like, babe, I don't see it in the cupboard. How do I get up? I walk out and I'm like, it's in the cupboard. Look, see it here. And I pull the cupboard and there was the ketchup. And she was like, so babe, why would you put it up there? I'm not down here. And I'm like, cupboard is cupboard. And I went back in the room and I felt that peace and I showed her it's in the cupboard. When I was in the room, I was like, I just started feeling bad.
You should have.
I was like, why was I going on like that over a bottle of ketchup? You know? And it dawned on me that I'm 6'1" and she's 4'5". And, you know, it's okay for me to pull any one of the cupboards, up, down, in between. But for her, it would be a struggle for her to reach up to the top. And, you know, whether or not she got a chair and reached for it and she fell, you know, all of these thoughts came to my mind that just over a bottle of ketchup, it could have been such a big deal. And, you know, I thought about it that at the end of the day, there are so many times in relationships, in marriage, where we allow small things to become big, you know, and I could have easily put the ketchup in any part of the cupboard that's more accessible to her. And I did from then on.
Yes, you did.
You know, so I learned from it and I think I apologized. If I didn't, I'm sorry. 7 years later.
You did.
But I think I apologized and, you know, we just have to... Every relationship is unique, and especially when you're starting out together, there will be things that cause you to have problems and cause you to be upset. But there are other things that will cause you to learn more about yourself and to learn more about the union and make it shine. So.
And as we always say, every marriage is unique, every relationship is unique. So you have to do what works for you. And you have to take the necessary steps to adjust your expectations, adjust how maybe you thought something was supposed to be or supposed to turn out, to really just adjusting it to your reality and making the necessary changes. So I hope that this catch-up story will inspire you to do what's right for your marriage and right for your relationship and right for making things as smooth as they can be. Because sometimes, as Brian said, we allow those little things to grow into bigger things, and sometimes they spiral into other things that were not necessarily, what's the word? Not necessarily warranted from the get-go. So do what's right for your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Drop in the comments some of the things that affect you in your relationship, especially the early days. I mean, even now, you know.
Yeah. Lifting of the seats. Some persons have that problem too.
So, I mean, some of them, it sounds cliche, but they can become big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop a comment if you are the ketchup person too. You know, I'm just saying.
All right, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning into another story time. We were just giving you some insights as to how we prepared to live together for the first time and some of the things that we had to kind of just overcome to get to where we are today. So thank you for watching. Make sure that you like this video before you go. Leave us a comment. And of course, if you are new, make sure you subscribe before you leave. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll have another video soon. Bye.
Baby pass gas?
No.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs.